split of the season, beating the Rams 23-20. The Patriots were eliminated from playoff contention after a 22-12 loss in Miami. In the Sunday nighter, the Browns topped the Giants 20-6. Tonight, the Steelers visit the Steelers Monday nighter, kickoff at 8:15. And in the NBA, the Lakers have signed Patrick Ewing to a new 3-year extension that's worth $48 million.
It's not totally state. Oh, he's looking at the screen. Fuck it. Touch it like you kids have. I don't know what the fuck your issue is. This video is not restricted, so it's only going to post the game.
Niggas know me from work to the shelter. Never need to watch it.
SalvationArmy.ca.
Pay a little, take a little.
The Capital FlexiLine allows you to take only what you need when you want it. Think of it as secure lending for life's little ups and downs. As cash comes in from commissions or operations, or you need to purchase inventory, the FlexiLine by Capital Direct gives you that financial peace of mind. Whether you need $50,000 or $1 million, that cash is available to you as you go. So call Capital Direct today at 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL to see what's available for you. 680 News Time, 8:19.
Well, even with the number of COVID cases surging across the United States, holiday travel in the days leading up to Christmas is picking up in a big way.
Despite public health pleas not to travel for the holidays due to an alarming surge in COVID-19 cases, a growing number of Americans are headed to the airport.
I'm traveling to see my children and my granddaughter, and to spend 2 weeks in Disney World, and then sit back and get back to work.
LAX says so far this month, passenger traffic is just 20% of what it was the same time last year. But the TSA says the numbers across the nation are increasing dramatically.
And for the first time since this pandemic started, security agents at U.S. airports say they screened more than 1 million travelers for 2 consecutive days over Friday and Saturday. Well, coming up in just 60 seconds, Kyle Hawking and Jordan Kerr with a look at your roads, and we'll check your extended forecast.
680 News Time, 8:20.
This Boxing Week, unwrap more with Rogers. Like more savings with all our best phones and accessories for $0 down with financing. Unwrap more time together when you order with Rogers Pro on the go for fast pre-delivery and setup as soon as today in select areas. And unwrap more cheer when you get a Rogers
same
with
day,
no data overages from
as
Canada's
soon
largest
as
5G
today.
network. Get everything on your wish list for your family or small business during the Wrapped in Red event. On now for a limited time at Rogers. Visit Rogers.com today.
'Twas the night before Christmas and Santa was stirring. His elves were in agreement as they were confirming. For Jolly St. Nick needed extra space, and Access Storage was the perfect hiding place.
When you need space like Santa, head to Access Storage for safe and affordable storage solutions near you. You can create the space you need when you need it. Access Storage. Shop Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free at over 100 locations in Ontario. Visit accessstorage.ca.
680 News Time, 8:21.
Time now for traffic and weather. Together on the Ones, brought to you by Nowbatia's Hyundai.com. Let's go airborne to Chopper 680 and Jordan Kerr.
I'm flying over the 401 right now. A couple of issues on the 401 have just cleared away. Westbound 401, west of the 427 and the collectors. That stall transport truck is gone. The issue on the ramp to Mississauga Road is also cleared away. We have a new issue. The northbound Trafalgar ramp to West 401 is blocked right now because of another stalled vehicle. So keep that in mind. The southbound ramp should be open. And eastbound on the 401 just starting to slow again east of Dixie in the collectors. But that's it for delays. From the 680 Traffic Center, here's Kyle Hawking.
Smooth drive otherwise. However, we have a couple of spots off the highways to mention. Northbound York Street is still closed downtown from Render to Front for broken water main. And we as well have a closure of Queen from Church to Jarvis for an ongoing sewer repair. The crews on the scene say they hope to get that section reopened by tomorrow morning. Looking for a Hyundai, the superfan, Nowbatia is your guy. Visit nowbatiashyundai.com or Mississauga, Rexdale, and Streetsville Hyundai. Next report at 8:31, and with the extended forecast, here's Denise Adriachi.
Well, a mostly gray long-range forecast here in the GTA. We've got a bit of active weather sprinkled into the forecast for this afternoon and tonight. Maybe some wet flurries temperature-wise. We're going to be a few degrees above freezing for most of the region. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, some sunny breaks, which will be nice, and also still a chance of some flurries. Highs near 4 degrees, lows near -4. We start off Wednesday gray, dry, and then some showers roll in. We're watching for some rain, which could be heavy at times on Thursday, on Christmas Eve. But that changes to snow for some areas because temperatures are going to start to fall Thursday. And Friday is a cooler day. Winds have shifted direction. We're down to -4 for a daytime high, and we've got a chance of flurries with some gustier winds out of the northwest. Right now, it's 1 at Pearson. It's 2 degrees downtown. Guaranteed high is 3. 680 News Time, 8:23.
Our local spot. It was there when we needed it most. The perfect gift. They had it. The perfect haircut. They trimmed it. They saved us a seat, a headache, and when we forgot an anniversary, they even saved our rear ends. Our local spots are there for all of life's little emergencies.
Oh, you're associating yourselves with suicide.
And now that they're the it's our turn to be there for them. So shop safely and show your love for local. Ontario, yours to rediscover.
The Big Story. I'm your host, Jordan Heath Rawlings. We talked to Santa about how Christmas is different this year. Listen at thebigstorypodcast.ca or wherever you get your podcasts.
And on the way in just 60 seconds, a look at Christmas news at 8:25, and then at 8:26, we have got Mike Epple standing by with how things are looking in business so far.
680 News Time, 8:24.
I'm going to tell you this, winter, 5:02 today, guess what? It was winter today, period. That minutes thing don't mean nothing. How can it? It's arbitrary and artificial.
Plus,
and that makes it the longest day of the year, and then they shut her up because she's stupid. I swear they do. They're going to keep saying, oh, this is actually not a new strain, it's a mutation. We don't know if it's any deadlier, but it's more transmission, so it's going to hit more people at the same amount of time, so therefore more will die. And we don't know if it has any resistance to antibodies. It's like antibodies are the resistance, you moron. Since it's a different virus, it won't be the same antibodies, so there's the answer to your question. You're stupid.
Plus, Wi-Fi technology lets you control your grill right from your phone. To learn more and find a dealer near you, visit TraegerGrills.ca/Canada Dealers.
Time for all Christmas news at 25
yeah,
minutes
it's all
past
this
the
is
hour.
the Christmas
Today
star.
by the Scott Mission. Baltimore lockdowns looming, and
It's going to look like a double planet, which is sometimes called a conjunction. It's like, no, you're retarded.
The Christmas gift exchange.
Retarded.
If you're like me and haven't started shopping yet, we're getting into crunch time. So that's why I called up my friend Amber Mack, who is a tech expert, and I asked her, Amber, what do I do with all these lockdowns and restrictions? You know what she told me? Why not go digital?
In the Tim Hortons app, they have a new feature called Tims It Forward. This means that you can use your reward to gift someone everything from a box of Timbits to a donut to a coffee.
Another idea? Why not sign someone up for a class from Masterclass?
This is a really cool online course where they have a bunch of different celebrities who teach courses, including our own Margaret Atwood, who teaches creative writing.
And if you're asking me, worst case scenario,
not the bloodline, you're the bloodline.
I don't want any of your coupons, Roho.
You're not the bloodline.
I'm Jeff
Christmas news at 25 minutes past every hour on 680 News.
680 News Time, 8:26.
Time now for the 680 News Business Report. Let's check in at the Business Center with Mike Epple. And Mike, what kind of coupons would you offer in your Christmas book?
I have to give that some thought now, actually. No, it won't be stock tips. You lose friends by doing that.
This is true.
No free stock tips.
Yeah, because everything you do is a free stock tip because there is no
shareholders of Great Canadian Gaming, which is one of the country's larger.
They got financial advice and it's a job title, just like volunteer.
Is the shareholders made the right bet, Steve, because they held out for a higher price for a takeover bid from U.S. private equity firm Apollo Group. They weren't all that impressed by the $39 per share offer originally made by Apollo Group. Well, Apollo has come back to the table with $45 per share, which is a 15% premium to the original price, brings the entire price tag up to around $3 billion. Looks like this one is actually gaining acceptance by many of Great Canadian's larger shareholders, so could have a deal there. And Great Canadian share price is going to jump at the opening trades this morning to start the trading day on the TSX. We're also watching shares of Nike gain about 5% in pre-market action, close to a record high, as Nike on Friday put out better than forecast earnings and has been getting all sorts of analyst upgrades early on this morning. Now, those two are outliers because what I'm watching right now is an economic reality check for investors looking at the risks now, again with more lockdowns set to drive the global economy back to lower levels after the rebound from the initial pandemic lows. The Dow futures contract right now is down 537 points. It's been a long time, actually, many weeks since we've seen a significant sell-off for stocks, which have been betting, perhaps incorrectly, on a rapid recovery in the global economy early next year. Dow futures down. International markets, many of them in the Eurozone now down 2.5%. Travel-related stocks are down sharply. Airlines, hotel operators, and cruise ships. The price for oil is sliding $2.13 or 4 1/3%, $46.97. Gold is down $8 at $18.80. The Canadian dollar down 0.5 cent, 77.66 cents US. At the Business Center, I'm Mike Apple.
Fighting cancer is hard, but fighting cancer and your disability insurer, well, that's just inexcusable. My name is Aaron Waxman, and if your disability claim has been denied for any reason, call me at 416-661-4878. And don't worry about upfront legal fees, because there are none. At my law firm, my team of lawyers only get paid when you get paid. And before you call, you should always remember that there are no bad questions. 416-661-4878 or on your cell phone at pound LTD.
Lucas has the highest marks in his grade 12 math class. He's set to be the first person in his family to go to university. But Lucas isn't focused on school because he has to work to help support his family. So now, the only math he's doing is this.
That's 33.45 and 6.55 is your change.
No student should have to learn they can't go back to school. Donate to Pathways to Education to help youth in low-income communities continue high school.
680 News Time, 8:30.
Number one for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is 680 News, Toronto.
Here are Steve Roberts and Sarah Parrott. Good morning. This is Monday, December 21st.
And here's what's making news this hour.
The province is expected to announce today that all of Ontario will go into lockdown come Christmas Eve. It means no matter where you go, the restrictions will be the same.
Ahead of that lockdown announcement, the Ford government will release updated modeling on the spread of the virus.
Add Canada to the growing list of countries to temporarily ban travelers from the UK in an effort to prevent a new strain of the coronavirus from entering this country.
Welcome to the first day of winter.
It might not feel like it for the next couple of days.
Coming up, a look ahead to the season upon us, including which regions are more likely than others to see a white Christmas.
NHL hockey comes back January the 13th, as we'll get you caught up on scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Sports at 45.
Great Canadian Gaming wins the bet. It's getting a higher price tag offered from Apollo Group in a takeover bid. Bombardier wins a rail contract in Vancouver. Dow futures down 500 points plus. Business at 56.
680 News Time, 8:31.
It's time for traffic and weather together on the ones. It's brought to you by Freedom Mobile, Airborne and Chopper 680. Here's Jordan Kerr.
Well, it's not too bad out there. Highway's in pretty good shape. We do have a ramp closure, though. The northbound Trafalgar ramp to westbound 401 is blocked up right now because of a stalled vehicle, so be aware of that. The southbound ramp to West 401 should be open. On the eastbound 401, there's a minor delay east of Dixie and the collectors, and that's it. All the other highways are moving well. From the 680 Traffic Center, here's Kyle Hawking.
That looks like a minor problem on the eastbound Lakeshore approaching Windermere. We've got the right lane blocked with a stalled vehicle. Also problems downtown on city streets. Northbound York Street has been closed from Bremner up to Front for a broken water main. And we have Queen Street closed from Church to Jarvis for ongoing emergency sewer repairs. Boxing Week offers on now at Freedom. Get select Samsung Galaxy phones included with unlimited data plans starting at $55 a month. Conditions apply. Details at freedommobile.ca. Next report at 8:41, and with the forecast, here's Denise Adriacci.
2 degrees, overcast skies. It feels like -2 downtown. Not too bad. Not a freezing start to winter officially today, so not a bad forecast overall for the next couple of days. Now, in terms of temperatures, they'll be above seasonal. We do have the chance of some sort of wet flurries kind of scattered throughout the day today and tonight. Tuesday, mostly cloudy with a few sunny breaks near 4 degrees with a chance of flurries. It's 1 right now and cloudy at Pearson, the guaranteed high 3 degrees.
680 news time, 8:32.
The Ford government will make a major announcement today aimed at curbing the spread of COVID-19 as health officials continue to report case counts in the 2000s for nearly a week now. Sources telling 680 News this announcement will include a province-wide lockdown.
Now, 680's Carl Hansky is downtown this morning, joining us live with more details on when exactly this could happen and for how long. Carl.
Yeah, Steve, government sources tell us the entire province will enter lockdown come 12:01 a.m. on Thursday.
I definitely agree with that. It just seems like it's going to hurt a lot of people as well.
Only businesses deemed essential will be allowed to remain open. Here at the Gardner and DVP, commuters worry it will bankrupt more small businesses.
Well, they're going to wonder because they can't keep afloat. And a lot of people are going to lose homes, and it's just a snowball effect.
Since all of Ontario will be under the same restrictions, Kyle from Georgetown says it should stop rule breakers from Toronto and Peel region traveling over to his neighborhood to shop.
Absolutely, because it's right by the outlets there on Trafalgar, so those things are packed every single day. We don't have that many people in Georgetown and Hilton, so they're coming from somewhere.
Now, we're told the lockdown will last 28 days for all areas south of Sudbury, 14 days for those north of Sudbury. Reporting live down at the Gardner DVP, Carl Hansky, 680 News.
And as we wait for that announcement, effective today, Hamilton is now in the gray lockdown phase. It kicked in at 12:01 this morning. This means the closure of non-essential businesses and restricts restaurants to takeout and delivery only. Hamilton joins Toronto, Peel, York, and Windsor-Essex in lockdown mode.
Well, it should also be noted that the province's Associate Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Barbara Yaffe, along with other health officials, will be providing some updated modeling numbers today. The modeling data comes just before the Ford government's lockdown announcement scheduled, as Sarah mentioned, at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Now, Ontario has seen a sharp increase in the number of new daily COVID cases, along with more than 2,000 new cases reported every day for the last 6 days now. Those updated modeling numbers are going to be released at 11 o'clock this morning.
You can add Canada to the growing list of countries to temporarily ban travelers from the UK in an effort to prevent a new strain of the coronavirus from making it to our country. 680's Laura Carney reports.
This 72-hour travel ban went into effect at midnight. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced the move after an hours-long meeting with members of the Incident Response Group. He says the decision was made to keep Canadians safe across the country. Dozens of countries have now imposed temporary travel restrictions with the UK. ABC's Julia McFarlane has more on what is known about this new variant of the coronavirus.
Cases in London and the southeast of England are skyrocketing. Prime Minister Boris Johnson addressing the nation in an emergency broadcast.
It may be up to 70% more transmissible.
This new variant is why London and the southeast of England have been placed under stricter lockdowns. And while the early signs suggest this new variant is more transmissible than other strains, officials say there's no evidence it is any more severe or resistant to antibodies or vaccines. I'm Laura Carney.
You're listening to Toronto's only all-news radio station. This is 680 News. Today, believe it or not, the first day of winter. It is also the shortest day of the year. 680's Adam Steinberg joins us with more on what to expect weather-wise for the start to this new season.
Well, if you were curious, the official start to winter was just after 5 this morning.
It might not feel like it for the next couple of days. Temperatures will be mild. They were mild all weekend long.
Now, when it comes to our chance of having a white Christmas, our weather specialist, Denise Andriacci, says, well, that depends on your region.
It does look like, especially northern sections of the GTA, are going to wake up to a white Christmas. Other pockets of the GTA, I think it will be harder to determine at this point, and that's just because temperatures are so mild.
Well, some parts of southern Ontario will likely see more snow than others. A warning that applies to everyone, regardless of where you live. Stay off the ice.
In order for ice to be safe, it has to be thicker than 15 centimeters. We need to be in the dead of winter and have had very cold temperatures for a long time.
The Red Cross suggests you take several factors into consideration, including water depth, size, and changing temperature. I'm Adam Steinberg.
The NHL season will begin in less than a month, but as Sportsnet 590 The Fans' Rob Wong tells us, the league still has some issues to sort out on this side of the border.
Hurdles remain, but this much we do know. The NHL season will go forth beginning January 13th after the NHL's Board of Governors gave approval on a 56-game season with training camps beginning January the 3rd. The hurdles I speak of are, of course, whether or not we'll see an all-Canadian division. Hockey Night in Canada's Elliot Friedman says there are several provinces that are quite skeptical this will work.
One of those provinces is Quebec. I think one of those provinces is Ontario. And definitely one of those problems, maybe the most difficult to convince, is British Columbia. And basically the National Hockey League is trying to work with all of them to try to get it done.
Reports say the league and the provinces will continue to meet this week. From Sportsnet 590 The Fan, I'm Rob Wong.
680 News Time, 8:38. In a year certainly like no other, consumers and workers are now seeking more legal advice, and the calls to a hotline for free legal advice is now spiked to an all-time high.
Pro Bono Ontario is a charity that connects people to free legal advice. The organization's deputy director, Yanni Furman, tells the CBC they're answering questions to issues that previously never existed. Pro Bono Ontario says that the number of calls to their hotline has jumped by 72% this year. Questions surrounding housing and employment have seen the sharpest increase. Employment-related calls up 153%. Furman says that many clients have nowhere else to turn. They can't afford a lawyer, yet need help for a civil legal problem. Many calls have been related to layoffs and qualifications for government benefits, along with workplace health and safety concerns and evictions from housing, with calls in that category averaging 300 to 400 per month. At the Business Center, I'm Mike Apple.
Well, coming up in 90 seconds, a check on traffic and weather, including an update on a stalled vehicle on the northbound Trafalgar ramp to the westbound 401.
680 News Time, 8:39.
Treat yourself to the joy of driving during the Mazda Boxing Week event. Receive 0.5% purchase financing on select new 2021 models and make no monthly finance payments for 120 days on every new Mazda. Plus, enjoy up to a $1,000 winter tire credit on select new models. And drive on with the confidence of our unlimited mileage warranty standard on every new Mazda. Offers available from December 21st to January 4th. Visit your local Mazda dealer or Mazda.ca for details.
Thinking about senior living, but not sure if it's the right move right now? We understand. At Amica Senior Lifestyles, we recognize the importance of safety and connection. That's why we prioritize the health and well-being of our residents above all else. Here you'll enjoy premium personalized care and lifestyle options, while your comfort and safety always come first. Let's connect. We'd love to get to know you and create an experience tailored to your unique needs. Learn more at amica.ca.
Hi, Anthony Longo here. To help make the holidays extra special this year, Longo's has it all. Your festive ingredients and everything for the family feast, like fresh turkey, our famous AAA prime rib, and of course, surf and turf. We also have flowers, baskets, gift cards, chocolates, and all kinds of perfect holiday gifts. One shot and you're done. That was the sound of my hands doing that all done thing. For quality that meets your family standards, trust ours, Longo's.
680 News Time, 8:41.
It's time for traffic and weather together all at once, brought to you by the GTA Lexus Dealers Association. Airborne and Shopper 680, here's Jordan Kerr.
I'm flying over the 401, and it's a quiet drive on the westbound 401 through Kennedy right now. It's moving great in both express and collectors, where it's usually slow. It's not today, so that's good news. The issue on the ramp from northbound Trafalgar to west 401 has been cleared away, so that's no longer an issue. And the eastbound 401, in fact, all the 400 series highways moving really well around the GTA. From the 680 Traffic Center, here's Kyle Hawking.
We have a minor problem on the eastbound Lakeshore approaching Windermere. Stalled transport is blocking the right lane right on top of the Humber Bridge. So no delay through this area, but just keep an eye out for that. We have no crews on scene yet. And then two issues on city streets. Queen Street is still closed from Church to Jarvis for sewer repairs. And northbound York Street is closed from Bremner to Front for a broken water main. Some traffic continues to try to drive through here using the southbound lanes. And then you get to that part where you're going under the rail bridge or under the rail tracks and realizing, well, you'll be driving straight into northbound traffic. So they're having to, or southbound traffic rather. So no access northbound York between Bremner and Front. Lease a 2021 Lexus NX for as low as $178 bi-weekly with delivery credits of up to $2,000. Visit lexusgta.ca. Next report at 8:51, and with the forecast, here's Denise Andriacci.
Mostly cloudy, +1 at Pearson. It's 2 degrees downtown. Not a terribly frosty start to winter officially. That arrived this morning. But either way, we still have a little bit of active weather today to contend with. It will be some scattered wet flurries if we see anything at all. Temperature-wise, we're fairly comfortable, but tonight we'll follow the lows near -2. Chance of flurries for Tuesday, highs near 4 degrees. We're mostly cloudy tomorrow with a few sunny breaks, and that's really it in terms of sunshine. This week is a fairly gray week for the GTA. The guaranteed high today, 3 degrees.
680 News Time, 8:42.
Now the Dynamic Funds Market Minute, live from the Business Center. Here's Mike Epple.
Hey, Sarah, good morning. We're looking right now, markets down close to the low levels of the day. The Dow futures down 490 points. So looking at the overseas benchmarks and the Eurozone, now looking at the major stock averages down by 3%. In the London FT100 of the UK, it's down 2.6%. Price for oil down 4%, dropping $2 at $47.05, and gold is down $5 at $18.84 an ounce. U.S. Our Canadian dollar down 0.6 cents, 77.63 cents. You flip that around, the exchange rate back up to $1.29. At the Business Center, I'm Mike Epple.
The greatest investment tip ever? Start building a plan with a financial advisor today. Learn more about the value of advice at dynamic.ca/advice.
Still ahead on 680 News.
McDonald's is launching a new sandwich, but the McLunch meat will only be in China.
680 News Time, 8:44.
Start your latest holiday. Chicken and drinks to your delight. Doritos, small food, Cheetos. Let's roll your own story and life. Trippz, Columbia, 7 come along, sip along, feel your cup. Come this way and start your stay with Trippz for the fun this holiday.
Stack your sleigh this holiday season with Pepsi and Frito-Lay.
Hello, ho, ho, Blitzen. Guten Tag, Santa. Look, I got a new Subaru. That's good. That's very good. Especially in the snow with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. And the turbocharged Subaru Boxer engine goes like you. Oh, it goes like Blitzen. Get it? No, I'm not understanding. Oh, never mind. I'll try Comet.
'Tis the most Subaru time of the year, with legendary capability and a holiday bonus of $500 for all, only at your Ontario Subaru dealer.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
Cloudy sky in downtown Toronto. It's 2 degrees. Good morning. I'm Sarah Parrott.
And I'm Steve Roberts. Here are the top stories right now.
We will get details at 1 o'clock this afternoon about a looming lockdown for the entire province. There are reports 2 separate lockdowns will take effect Christmas Eve. One will last 28 days for southern Ontario, while the northern parts will only be locked down for 14 days. 680 News will carry today's announcement live. Ottawa is restricting travel from the UK for 72 hours to try and keep a new strain of the virus out of Canada, following the lead of dozens of other countries. While the early science does suggest the new variant is more transmissible than other strains, officials say there's no evidence it's any more severe or resistant to vaccines. And coming up after sports, we'll tell you about a new strain in South Africa that's different than that UK one. Time now for 680 Sports from Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here is Rob Wong.
No surprises, the NHL's Board of Governors has approved the agreement between the league and its players for a 56-game season. Now the question is, will there be an all-Canadian division? Problem is, a large percentage of the provinces with those teams have yet to sign off on allowing them to play home games. Reports say the discussions will continue this week. Training camps begin January the 3rd. The regular season starts January 13th. For the first time since 2008, the NFL playoffs will not feature the New England Patriots. The Pats were eliminated from postseason contention after a 22-12 loss to Miami. Elsewhere in the NFL, the Chiefs hung on to beat the Saints 32-29, while the Jets got their first win of the season, taking down the Rams 23-20. Tonight, the Steelers visit the Bengals in the Monday Nighter at 8:15. And in golf, Smiths Falls native Brooke Henderson finished 7th at the CME Group Tour Challenge at 10 under par, while at the PNC Father-Son Challenge, Tiger Woods and his 11-year-old son Charlie finished 7th at 20 under par. Justin Thomas and his father Mike won the tournament. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca/590.
680 News Time, 8:47.
2001 Audio Video's Boxing Day sale is on now. All locations are jam-packed with wall-to-wall specials. From 4K smart TVs to the best in streaming and home audio. All on sale at 2001 for the absolute lowest price anywhere. Phone for curbside pickup or shop online at 2001audiovideo.com. 2001
Pay homage to India's rich cultural history with a culinary experience from Vindhya Indian Bistro, a family-owned and operated restaurant located across from historic St. Lawrence Market. Vindhya sources the freshest cuts of meat from their butchers to create your favorite Indian dishes. Order today and experience why Vindhya Indian Bistro is a TripAdvisor Hall of Fame member. Vindhya Indian Bistro, the essence of India through fresh, quality ingredients. Get 10% off your takeout order today when you book through Vindhya.ca.
You're listening to All News Radio 680 News. It's 8:48. U.S. health experts say more people are battling depression, anxiety, and PTSD during the pandemic. And one side effect is keeping people up at night.
Insomnia is a big problem with the pandemic, says Dr. Nicholas Nissen, a resident physician at Harvard Medical School of Health.
In the modern era, when we're in front of screens all day and in front of bright lights until we go to bed, it's sending signals to our body that it's daytime. And so what we want to do is follow the sun. And as the sun is setting, bring down the lights in the house, try to have a dim lamp.
Nissen says setting a consistent schedule helps, while alcohol could actually hurt the quality of sleep. Yuni Han, ABC News.
This is 680 News. It's 8:49. Well, South Africa is dealing with a new strain of COVID-19, which appears to be the driving force behind the country's current resurgence of the virus. According to health officials, this new strain, different from the one in Britain, appears to be more infectious than the original one. A government spokesperson says it's still very early, but at this stage, the preliminary data suggests the virus is now spreading faster than during the first wave. South African scientists are studying if the vaccines will also offer protection against this new strain. This is 680 News. U.S. President-elect Joe Biden and incoming First Lady Jill Biden will receive their first doses of the COVID vaccine on live TV today.
Biden had said he didn't want to get in front of anybody else online, but many D.C. politicians have already gotten vaccinated. And at 78 years old, he falls into the next category, slated to receive shots. A federal advisory panel recommended Sunday people 75 and older and essential workers like firefighters, teachers, and grocery store workers should be next in line for the vaccine.
U.S. President Trump, who recovered from COVID-19, has not yet been vaccinated. Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll check in with traffic and weather. 680 News Time, 8:50.
Even being stuck at home at 40 below, there's still some joy left in the world. Like a new Briggs & Stratton snowblower. Hello, handsome. Save $350 now until December 24th at Canadian Tire.
The holidays are here, and the amazing iPhone 11 is at Freedom Mobile. Here's an offer that's sure to put some spice in your eggnog. Right now, when you sign up for select Big Gig Unlimited data plans, Freedom will give you a new iPhone 11. Yep, the one at the top of your list with the awesome camera, Freedom's gift to you. Get ready to ring in the new year with a brand new phone. Get it, guys? Because it rings, because it's a phone, and the phones ring, and you get it. Anyway, see the full lineup of absolute $0 phones at freedommobile.ca. Conditions apply.
Even being stuck at home at 40 below, there's still some joy left in the world. Like a new Briggs & Stratton snowblower. Hello, handsome. Save $350 now until December 24th at Canadian Tire.
680 News Time, 8:51. Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Brought to you by Uptown Wireless. Airborne and Chopper 680. Here's Jordan Kerr.
Like we're downtown, we have a couple of issues here. Some closures. Northbound York is closed from Bremner to Front, all because of a broken water main. And if you're going to be taking Bay or Yonge as alternates, just watch out. North and southbound Bay and Yonge are down to a single lane. North of Lakeshore to Front, all because of that construction through there. On Queen, we have Queen closed down, Church to Jarvis. That's all because of sewer repair work. That's expected to be open tomorrow morning. From the 680 Traffic Center, Kyle Hawking.
Pretty quiet drive as far as the highways go. We have a bit of construction on the westbound 407 ramp to southbound 427. Crews blocking the right lane, but no delay. In fact, no delays really on any of our highways. Just one other spot where a lane is blocked is on the eastbound Lakeshore, right at the Humber Bridge. As you approach Windermere, right lane is blocked with a stalled transport, but no delay through that particular stretch. Unwrap more with the Rogers Wrapped in Red event. Get a free Samsung Galaxy Tab A on select 2-year plans. Visit Rogers at Hillcrest Mall or uptownwireless.ca for details. Next report at 9:01, and with the extended forecast, here's Denise Andriacci.
Gloomy skies right now across the GTA, but temperatures are fairly comfortable. Winds out of the south, and they're pretty calm. We do have a chance of some scattered snow showers today. It's pretty minimal risk, maybe a few drizzly moments kind of scattered throughout this afternoon because temperatures will be above seasonal. Tuesday, we have a chance of flurries. It's a mostly cloudy day tomorrow with a few sunny breaks. Wednesday, cloudy and 4 degrees with some showers Wednesday night. The guaranteed high today, 3 degrees.
This extended forecast is brought to you by Walmart.
Walmart is the #1 place to save money on groceries. Save $2.50 on a Black Diamond cheese block or bag of shredded cheese. Now only $3.97. Walmart. Save money, live better.
I'm Lieutenant Colonel John Murray of the Salvation Army. For more than 100 years, the Salvation Army Christmas kettle has been a symbol of help and hope during the holiday season. With requests for food, shelter, and Christmas assistance growing daily, and with limited kettles on the streets across Canada due to COVID-19, the Salvation Army urgently needs your help. It's going to be a tough Christmas for a lot of people. Help put the joy back in Christmas for hurting Canadians by donating today at salvationarmy.ca or 1-800-SAL-ARMY. Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
When a winter storm hits, the 680 News Extreme Weather Center is activated. For the latest storm tracking, delays on your commute,
And whether schools are open or closed.
turn to 680 News and the Extreme Weather Center.
Brought to you by Subaru. Confidence in motion.
On your radio, online,
And on your smart speaker.
this is 680 News.
680 News Time, 8:54. Well, McDonald's has announced a new sandwich, but unfortunately it isn't going to be available in Canada. Our Jeff Verholman is pretty upset about it, but he still joins us with more on the McLunch meat.
Okay, so McDonald's can do no wrong in my eyes. If I could eat a quarter pounder for 7 meals a week, I would, and sometimes I do. But this McLunch meat, which is launching in China, I'm not sold. Let me know what you think. Okay, hang on. The sandwich is made up of 2 slices of Spam. Yeah, Spam. On top of the Spam, crushed up Oreos. Yeah, Oreos. And because it's McDonald's, it needs some sort of sauce, so mayonnaise. Spam, Oreos, and mayo. This is just someone who had 3 things in their kitchen that were about to expire, right? The McLunch meat, the stuff of legends. I'm Jeff Verholman.
All right, Steve, it's not coming here.
No,
it's
thanks.
just in China, but
Goodness.
would you try it though? Like,
No, I wouldn't.
not even for a price? No?
Well, look, I'll do anything for a price, but no.
I'm just, Spam, Oreos.
I'm not McLovin.
mayonnaise. No, we're good. We're good. Coming up in 60 seconds, Mike Epple has your business report.
680 News Time, 8:55.
Hiring can be challenging, but ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to COO Dylan Miskowitz, who needed to hire a director of copy for his company, Cafe Altura.
We would look through lots of applications for people who were not qualified. It definitely felt like we were looking for a needle in a haystack.
So Dylan started using ZipRecruiter and found his perfect candidate in a few days. ZipRecruiter's powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.ca/Canada.
We were very impressed with how quickly we had quality candidates apply through ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter is a powerful tool in our hiring process.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ziprecruiter.ca/Canada. That's ziprecruiter.ca/Canada. ziprecruiter.ca/Canada.
680 News Time, 8:56.
Now the 680 News Business Report brought to you by IBM Canada. Here's Mike Epple.
Big contract coming in this morning, Sarah, to Bombardier's transportation operations. Haven't had many of these announcements most recently, but In this case, it's for the upgrades to Vancouver's SkyTrain network. Bombardier is going to build 205 new rail cars for the Vancouver SkyTrain, and that is worth $720 million. But it also includes the option for an additional 400 rail cars. So when all this is tabulated, you could be looking at a $2 billion contract. These are going to be built in Quebec and at the facilities in Kingston, and then assembled and tested in Kingston before they're tested again by Bombardier employees in Vancouver. TransLink CEO Kevin Desmond says this is the largest fleet procurement order that the Transit Authority in Vancouver has ever undertaken. So we'll see if this has any implications for Bombardier's share price today, because its transportation arm is now controlled more or less by Alstom out of Europe, and Bombardier's share price still languishes below 50 cents per share. Nevertheless, looks like a little bit of work here coming for the company's Canadian divisions. We have the markets this morning poised for a reality check after setting record upon record on previous weeks for the benchmarks on Wall Street, and a consistent climb here for the TSX. We're looking at a pretty significant sell-off set to hit at 9:30 when the bell rings on Wall Street and the buzzer sounds on Bay Street. The Dow futures down 420 points. That's 1 1/3%. The S&P futures down 1.8%. As we're looking at today, the first day of trade coming up for Tesla in the S&P 500. And that one is poised to fall 5% at the start of trade. Price for oil down $1.95, 47.15. That's a drop of 4%. Price for gold is up 20 cents at 18.89. Our dollar down a half a cent, 77.65. At the Business Center, I'm Mike Apple.
IBM's public cloud. Your cloud is public. Your data stays private. Now available in Canada.
This is Superfan Napatia. You see me driving a lot of SUVs, but I have fallen in love with the new Genesis GV80. The only seat that can compare to my courtside seat is behind the wheel of my new luxury SUV by Genesis. But there is very limited availability. Test drive the official car of the Superfan. Book your appointment at genesismississauga.ca. Don't miss the hottest SUV, the Genesis GV80.
Now, 680 News regional weather conditions for Monte Carlo Inns. At Monte Carlo Inns, it's their goal to make you feel like you're home away from home and office away from the office. Check out their winter packages today at montecarloinns.com.
In Brampton right now, a cloudy sky, 1 degree. It's cloudy and 2 in St. Catharines, mostly cloudy for Ajax, -2 there. In Bradford, cloudy and 0. Downtown Toronto, we've got a cloudy sky, sitting at 2 degrees, feels like -2. The News Watch never stops. 680 News is CFTR AM Toronto. It's 9 o'clock.
Number 1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is 680 News, Toronto.
Here are Steve Roberts and Sarah Perez.
Well, good morning. This is Monday, the 21st of December.
Here's what's making news right now.
The Ford government is expected to announce today that it is placing all of Ontario in lockdown come December 24. For all of us south of Sudbury, it will reportedly last for 28 days.
Canada joins a growing list of countries to ban passengers from the UK due to a new coronavirus strain that appears to be spreading at a faster rate.
It's the first day of winter, the shortest period of sunlight, and also just 5 days until Christmas.
Looking at milder temperatures and more of a rainfall.
Our white Christmas prediction for the GTA straight ahead.
The NHL's Board of Governors gives the thumbs up to a 56-game season as the Kansas City Chiefs are still the best team in the NFL. Sports at 15.
Economic reality check with new worries related to COVID-19. The Dow futures down 400 points. The Royal Dutch Shell reassessing its oil and gas asset valuations, could write down billions of dollars. Business at 26.
680 News Time, 9:01.
All right, now time for traffic and weather together on the ones brought to you by Leon's. Let's go airborne one last time to Chopper 680. Where are you at, Jordan Kerr?
Well, I was just flying over downtown. If you're heading into downtown via York Bay or Yonge, a couple of things to watch out for. First of all, northbound downtown York is closed. Perimeter to front, there's a broken water main under the bridge there, so you have to turn around, unfortunately, or turn onto Perimeter, so be aware of that. If you take Bay or Yonge, north and southbound Bay and Yonge, north of Lakeshore to front, down to a single lane each way, all because of construction, so that is long-term stuff. Just watch out for that. From the 680 Traffic Center, here's Kyle Hawking.
So we have a stalled transport on the eastbound Lakeshore approaching Windermere. It's blocking the right lane, but no delay through this stretch. As you travel through the area, just watch out for it. It's right on top of the Harbor Bridge. And then construction on the westbound 407 ramp to southbound 427. Right lane is blocked. But as far as delays go on your highways, really no major ones. You're in for a pretty smooth drive. Make your home comfortable this holiday season during Leon's Ho Ho Hold the Payments event. Pay nothing for 2 years with no money down and no interest OAC. Visit leons.ca. Next report at 9:11 and with the forecast. Here's Denise Andriacci.
2 degrees downtown, overcast skies. It's a gray day and a fairly comfortable start to winter, which arrived this morning. We're going to be just a little bit above seasonal for the next couple of days. We have the chance of some mixed precipitation developing this afternoon and evening. Overnight and through tomorrow, we could still see a few wet flurries. Nothing too substantial really in the forecast, and a few sunny breaks tomorrow, which will be nice. Overall, it's a gray stretch here and fairly mild. The guaranteed high, 3 degrees.
680 News Time, 9:03.
Well, the Ford government will make a major public health announcement today as Ontario continues to see a concerning case count rise, resulting in major strain on the province's hospitals. This is Ontario set to give some updated modeling numbers on the spread of the virus at around 11 o'clock this morning.
680's Carl Hansky joins us live from downtown with more on the Christmas clampdown and reaction to it. Carl.
Yes, Sarah, 680 News has learned that come 12:01 Thursday morning, the entire province will be placed in lockdown. Here at the Gardner DVP, some commuters agree drastic measures are needed.
If people aren't following the guidelines, then you have to shut it down to make people follow guidelines.
If you want to stop the COVID, right, and stop everyone from getting sick and all that,
it means rule breakers will no longer be able to drive out of the region to areas not in shutdown mode to shop or dine. The same restrictions will apply everywhere. Only essential businesses will be allowed to open. That, of course, causes concern.
I have a lot of friends that have small businesses. They've complied with everything asked of them. They've downsized. They have their plexiglass. They have temperature monitors. Spend a lot of money on kitchens and renovations so they could survive. And they're being shut down again.
We're told the lockdown will last 28 days for all areas south of Sudbury. For those further north of Sudbury, it'll be for 14 days. Reporting live, Carl Hansky, 680 News.
And of course, while we wait for that official announcement from the provincial government to come down at 1 o'clock this afternoon, keep in mind that Hamilton has already moved into the gray zone. That went into effect at 12:01 this morning. The measures restricting restaurants to takeout and delivery only. All non-essential businesses have also been forced to close. Hamilton, of course, now joining Toronto and Peel and York and Windsor and Essex in that lockdown situation. And as we mentioned, we'll have more on that provincial announcement. It is set to come down at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and 680 News will carry it live.
Well, Canada is joining a growing list of countries to ban passengers from the UK due to a new coronavirus strain that appears to be spreading at a faster rate. We get more from our Laura Carney.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announcing a 72-hour travel ban on passengers from the UK went into effect at midnight, and Trudeau says the decision was made to keep Canadians safe across the country. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson says this new variant appears to be up to 70% more transmissible and is responsible for a surge in cases in London and southeastern England. Those areas now under a heightened form of lockdown. CNN's Nick Robertson.
More than 20 countries have now banned travel from the UK, most significantly across the Channel to France. 20% of goods coming in and out of the UK go across those port crossings. They are blocked today.
While the early signs suggest this new variant is more transmissible than other strains, officials say there is no evidence it is any more severe or resistant to antibodies or vaccines. I'm Laura Carney.
Today, believe it or not, first day of winter, but it's certainly not going to feel like it, at least for the next couple of days. 680's Adam Steinberg with more on what we expect in the upcoming forecast.
It's the first day of winter, also known as winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. And in case you hadn't realized, it's also just 5 days until Christmas. So as we begin the countdown, there's a question on the mind of many. Will we have a white Christmas? Our weather specialist Denise Andriacci says she's optimistic for the northern end of the GTA, But for the rest of Toronto,
areas along the lakeshore, that south end of the GTA, looking at milder temperatures and more of a rainfall for Christmas Eve.
Denise says there's still a chance of freezing temperatures resulting in the rain switching to snow just in time for the 25th. Now, with milder weather expected for the last week of December, a reminder about the dangers of stepping onto ice formed on local bodies of water.
Here in southern Ontario, we don't really see the type of cold that you need to have.
They're still leading like, oh, there's some sort of right way to do it. There is, and there's
Check
not.
the color of the ice to gauge its strength. Blue being the strongest, and gray indicating the weakest. I'm Adam Steinberg.
It's strictly
about hockey fans got an early Christmas gift yesterday as the NHL announced their go for next season. We get more from Sportsnet 590 The Fans, Rob Wong.
It took a few weeks, but after the NHL and NHLPA agreed to a 56-game season, the NHL's Board of Governors gave their stamp of approval on it yesterday, meaning the NHL season is a go, starting on January 13th. All training camps will be underway by January the 3rd, with no preseason games held. Playoffs begin in early May, with the Stanley Cup set to be handed out in mid-July as the league hopes to return to a normal schedule for the following season. We'll see 4 divisions. One of them could be an all-Canadian one, but the league still needs to work things out with 5 provinces in order for that to happen. Reports say British Columbia is one of the provinces that is driving a hard line in negotiations. From Sportsnet 590 The Fan, I'm Rob Wong.
Well, despite revenue taking a massive hit from COVID-19, the TTC will not be raising fares in 2021 or making any drastic service cuts. The 2021 budget is set to go before the TTC board later today. The transit agency is projecting to spend over $2 million on operations next year, which will allow to restore service to pre-pandemic levels on bus routes, where ridership has been much higher.
A woman has serious but non-life-threatening injuries after a stabbing in Etobicoke. Officers are called to the West Mall in Rathford around 10:30 last night. Police believe there was some sort of fight between the woman and 2 male suspects. There's no suspect description at this time.
Well, definitely an odd sight to see in these pandemic times, but there was an anti-mask parade in downtown Toronto, complete with floats.
Hundreds of people, even families with their children, were out on the streets walking beside Christmas-themed floats, not being physically distant or wearing masks. The group that organized this event, called The Line, say people of Toronto do not agree with the canceling of Christmas and the Santa Parade. And Sunday's parade was a form of protest against the unlawful lockdown orders. Anti-masker Chris Guy, who has made headlines in the past when he was charged with failing to quarantine, also appeared to be at the event, tweeting pictures and video from the scene. Toronto police say the event was not authorized by the city, and they quickly identified the organizer of the event and have served a summons for them to appear in court. I'm Madison Fitzpatrick. The COVID-19 pandemic has more people in this province seeking advice from a lawyer. Pro Bono Ontario says that the number of calls to their hotline has risen by 72% in 2020. The deputy director of the PBO tells the CBC that because of the coronavirus, they're answering questions that didn't exist a few months before the pandemic. Questions surrounding housing and employment have had the sharpest increase this year.
Well, we got a stalled transport on the eastbound Lakeshore approaching Windermere right now, blocking the right lane. We'll have those full details in just 60 seconds.
City News Time, 9:10.
Oh, marvelous sweet. Marvelous sweet. Oh, marvelous sweet. Drama machine. Tangle your feet. It's meals on repeat.
Boxing Week is here, and it's the most marvelous time of the year to get amazing deals on the best brands. Shop now at Sleep Country. Sleep well, stay well. Sleep Country.
Mayor John Tory here. To help stop the spread of COVID-19, you need to stay home as much as possible right now. Please go out only for essentials like groceries, medicine, healthcare, school, childcare, work, and exercise. Support local business by ordering online or getting takeout. Connect with friends and family by phone or online. When you go out, help stop COVID-19 by wearing a mask, watching your distance, and washing your hands. For more information, visit toronto.ca/COVID-19.
2020 has been stressful enough. You need a mortgage without the stress test. Remember the name Duga. Jaspreet Duga and his team can connect you with a number of lenders that don't do stress tests. If you have a 20% down payment, they have your mortgage.
And Jasper.
Oh, just like any lender, if you have 20%, you don't have to do a session. Thank you. You make it feel so special.
Get started today at
Wow. Thank you.
GTAmortgages.ca. License 12880.
KPT News Time, 9/11.
Time now for traffic and weather together on the ones, and here's Kyle Hawking.
On pretty light drop. Ils sont prêts. Une fois que j'ai eu fini mes commentaires, merci beaucoup Madeleine, c'est parti. Pour aller vers Québec et parler de ce projet Laurentia au port de Québec qui semble faire des vagues sans vilain jeu de mots.
Oui, gros dossier à Québec, Stéphane, particulièrement ces jours-ci. C'est un vaste projet de terminal de conteneurs en eau profonde. Laurentia, peut-être certains se rappelleront que ça s'appelait à l'époque Beauport 2020, avec comme objectif de construire en 2020. Visiblement, à moins qu'on le fasse dans les 4 prochains jours, dans la prochaine semaine, c'est évidemment un projet qui a été reporté à maintes reprises. Ça fait couler beaucoup d'encre. C'est un projet de 775 millions de dollars. Bon, c'est un projet industriel qui a de fortes appuis chez les gens d'affaires. Il y a aussi 170 MRC municipalités avoisinantes qui ont notamment des retombées économiques, ont appuyé le projet de manière mais pour le reste, énormément de positions sur le plan de l'environnement, surtout depuis la mi-novembre. L'Agence environnementale du Canada a publié un rapport provisoire qui évoquait des effets négatifs importants, entre autres sur la qualité de l'air, sur le poisson aussi, le porc rayé, imaginez, compte tenu des modifications permanentes à l'habitat, donc à tout ce que ça modifierait dans le fleuve. Plusieurs trucs aussi des retombées économiques réelles pour Québec et craignent l'impact.
I'm 9:13.
And a time now for the Dynamic Funds Market Minute. And let's check into the Business Center with how.
Well, right now, Steve, how we're looking is looking at a pretty big slump here for global stocks coming into the shortened holiday work week with the Eurozone benchmarks tumbling now by more than 3% each. This on the latest developments on the COVID-19 pandemic, restricting travel in Europe. Out of the UK, more lockdowns taking effect. In a similar scenario here at home, and the TSX poised for a drop of, well, guessing here, about 250 points at the opening trades. The Dow futures contract is down 450 points. The S&P futures down 1.8%. So we are looking at the likelihood of a fairly significant slump here to start the Monday session. The price for oil is down $2.21. That's 4.5%. 46.89. Gold is down $2.1886. Canadian dollar down a half cent, 77.71. The Business Center.
Markets are changing more than ever. A financial advisor can help address your evolving portfolio needs.
Une lettre ouverte la semaine dernière, ils ont tous tour à tour dénoncé publiquement le projet Laurentia. On en parle aussi parce que ça risque de se poursuivre cette semaine malgré les fêtes, parce que l'Agence d'environnement du Canada vient tout juste de terminer les consultations finales. Donc, il y aura d'autres étapes. Et depuis quelques jours, le PDG du Port de Québec, Mario Girard, clairement multiplie les rencontres, les sorties publiques. Il rencontre certaines équipes de position qui sont contre ce projet.
Merci beaucoup. Et Olivier, on parle de Noël dans le parc. C'est à Montréal que se situe ce parc. Et ben, l'avantage, s'il y en a une pandémie, c'est que on peut être plus nombreux à voir la programmation qui est offerte, mais évidemment pas sur place.
Ben, c'est ça, il n'y a plus de parc. C'est à peu près le seul avantage que je vois dans toute cette pandémie-là. Évidemment, c'est une formule en ligne. Actuellement, c'est au parc Émilie-Gamelin à Montréal. Et ça n'a pas été facile cette année à organiser Noël dans le parc pour sa 27e édition. Je pense ils ont commencé vraiment à savoir quoi faire avec cette formule-là. On était en octobre, donc à peine 2 mois sont arrivés avec la formule de concert sous le sapin. Et donc, ce sont évidemment des cadeaux sous forme de spectacles enregistrés qu'on prend sous le sapin. Notamment au Théâtre Paradoxe à Montréal, au camping Bivouac à Saint-Élie-de-Caxton, donc dans des cabanes autour d'un feu de camp. Et c'est le groupe Bleu Jeans Bleu et Damien Robitaille, qui est porte-parole de l'événement, qui ont ouvert le bal jeudi dernier. Et ça tombe bien pour le festival, car Damien Robitaille, leur porte-parole, fait fureur en ce moment à l'international avec ses reprises d'hommes orchestres, des reprises de chansons pop. Donc l'événement connaît un beau succès inespéré. On parle de 9000 inscriptions en ligne jusqu'à maintenant. C'est beaucoup, mais quand même, et ça vaut toujours la peine de s'inscrire parce que, premièrement, ça se poursuit jusqu'au 24 décembre. Deuxièmement, c'est gratuit, même si on vous encourage quand même à faire un don pour soutenir le festival. Et troisièmement, il y en a vraiment pour tous les goûts. Pour donner un exemple de cette pièce qui est presque antagoniste, on a Bonhomme Serge ce mercredi 23 décembre en tête d'affiche. Et le 24 et une lettre et nul autre que Daniel Robitaille qui va venir chanter le ça promet.
It doesn't reflect on me, so you're the one doing it.
De demain, mardi, avec le duo Milk and Bone, qui est l'électropop, et aussi le groupe La F, qui vient tout juste de remporter l'album rap de l'année au Gamic. Et le rap sera aussi à l'honneur ce soir avec
apparently are hot and are getting people into positive jobs and artificial intelligence.
Le prélude d'un album à venir l'an prochain, Godspeed Madison. C'est une... Oui, vas-y. Je considère, Olivier, que le cœur est toujours à peu près à la même place. Vous avez des favoris. J'ai des favoris. Oui, c'est ça, exactement.
I have not been able to go to Brazil for over 20 years.
That is
now
Bruna
13-1 after
She
being
came
the
to the
same.
United States with her parents when she was 8.
Her grandparents sometimes visit her here, but there's a Brazilian New Year's tradition that she really wants to celebrate with them again. There is this tradition of jumping 7 waves. You jump each wave and you make a wish for the new year. I think about holding my grandfather's hand and my grandma's hand and all of us sort of walking towards the shore. We asked Bruna and other people in similar situations to talk about their experience of spending the holidays apart from the people they care about the most. In a post-COVID world, when we are all able to see each other again in the U.S., really don't take that for granted.
Alejandro Gonzalez and her cousin Eder were inseparable growing up.
We went to school together, we were in the same grade together. They just kind of knew that we were a package deal.
Eder was deported in 2017, and Gonzalez hasn't seen him in 3 years.
You have to let yourself dream and feel every emotion in order to just live through it. And Monica Seabury remembers when her parents left her and her younger sisters in Ecuador to come work in the United States. When she was 13, she cooked Christmas dinner for her sisters, and they set a place for her parents, who joined them from an outdoor payphone in the snow. I am now conscious of what it was so hard to make it work. So that my sisters
we're too stupid to understand, so we're going to ask you white people why you're doing
these now in the U.S. says it is important to acknowledge what you're going through.
Cry it out loud, it is this painful, but use this time to honor your pain.
She says the distance is nothing compared to the love of her family and the hope of a new year.
Adapted to force sugar. They do whatever they want. What I just said, that is fucking dumb. Dumb as rocks. The ICE will do this and that. Well, fuck. I understand how it works.
This is NPR News.
Please play more royalty-free music. Well, there are royalties in Japan.
The hospital. In California, it turns out now every 1 in 80 residents of Los Angeles County is now infected with that virus. All the way in just 60 seconds, we'll have a look at your roads and we'll check your extended forecast.
680 News Time, 9:20. Your life has taken a bit of a break, but your dental health should have. At Maxima Dental, our enhanced cleaning and sterilization protocols will help keep you safe at your appointment. While our team of professionals keep your oral and overall health in check, we also offer our patients a 0% interest payment plan, so you can get the treatment you need when you need it. Located across Ontario and the GTA, contact your local
N'oublie pas l'essentiel, oh, prends-nous dans le ciel. à l'ombre sur des sacs à l'envers.
Pour contrôler le flot des conversations partout au Canada. Et on espère effectivement que d'ici là, ceux qui ont reçu de la PCU ne seront pas forcés de rembourser. Enfin, ceux qui ont eu droit à la PCU, mais qui peut-être n'auraient pas dû, ne seront pas forcés de rembourser trop rapidement. Parce que et les cartes de crédit et rembourser sa PCU avant le début janvier, ça ferait mal au portefeuille.
Oui, Justin Trudeau a dit que ça ne sera pas nécessaire. Hein? C'est pas un échéancier. Et que
je l'ai entendu rassurant, effectivement.
Oui, et que les évaluations seraient faites au cas par cas.
Au cas par cas, s'il y a 400 000 personnes qui ont reçu leur lettre, ça va faire beaucoup de cas par cas. Merci et beaucoup à vous, Madeleine Desmorin. Et on retourne à Québec avec Valérie. Alors, c'est la première semaine de travail pour le nouveau maire à l'ancienne Lorette, ville voisine de Québec, mais quelqu'un qui doit bien connaître le job parce qu'il avait été précédé dans celui-ci par son père, si je ne me trompe pas. Hein?
Absolument. Belle histoire. Élu, donc, vendredi dernier assermenté, élu le 13 décembre assermenté vendredi, Gaétan Pajot, nouveau maire de l'ancienne Lorette. On en parle, oui, parce que c'est pas banal sur 3 points, cette élection. Donc, qui était une élection partielle, parce que, premièrement, elle est survenue en raison du décès en poste du maire Émile Loranger, qui, vraiment, là, à Québec, c'est quelqu'un qui a mené d'une main de fer, coloré de personnage, décédé en fonction en avril. Il dirigeait la municipalité voisine de Québec, donc l'ancienne Lorette, depuis 1983, 37 ans sans interruption. On peut vraiment dire que c'est une nouvelle ère. Et oui, ce monsieur Gaétan Pajot, histoire intéressante parce que son père avait été battu en 1983 par le fameux Émile Loranger. Et il est décédé en 2018. Son père, Marcel Pajot, il a été maire donc, de l'ancienne Lorette de 1968 à 83. Alors, M. Pajot dit, hein, on aime croire que papa est quelque part et qu'il est fier. Alors, c'est un retour, disons, de cette famille en politique après tant de décennies. Un scrutin particulier aussi, élection donc, qui avait lieu pendant la pandémie, devait initialement avoir lieu le 4 octobre. La deuxième vague de la COVID avait convaincu les autorités ministérielles de reporter en décembre. Donc voilà qui est fait. Prend les commandes en plein temps des fêtes du dossier. Évidemment, qui seront sans doute colorés aussi par la COVID dans plusieurs domaines. Ils souhaitent notamment l'aide aux organismes communautaires.
I was saying there was some, we got some kind of black people's fucking COVID over there.
Donc, j'avais déjà parlé de cette émission qui
They start coming, oh yeah, in South Africa, Britain, and now Italy. And no one's talking about how it went from Britain to South Africa to Italy. Like, oh, we don't know anything about if the antibodies, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? The antibodies have nothing to do with it because that's 2 different viruses. Oh, it's a new strain. Actually, it's a mutation. I don't think you understand genetics at all.
C'est quand même des dossiers. Pour une petite municipalité de 16 000 personnes, il y a des enjeux très intéressants à suivre sur le plan de qualité.
Oui, c'était son heure de gloire à cette petite municipalité.
But you know, there is
aujourd'hui.
It's something smaller.
L'actualité de l'ancienne Lorette qui fait de l'ombre sur le Canada. Rien de moins. Merci beaucoup et bonne dinde ou bon poulet à vous. Et terminé, nous le ferons en compagnie de notre ami Olivier Boisvert-Magnan pour parler de contes de Noël. Et alors là, c'est pas moi qui fais un effort. Crissement féerique, c'est comme ça que ça a été baptisé.
Oui, 6 courtes histoires de 3 à 9 minutes. Donc, c'est ça, un balado notamment interprété par l'animateur radio-canadien Jean-Sébastien Girard. Et il y a plusieurs humoristes comme Michel Desrochers, Richardson Zephyr, Christine Morancy, qui prêtent leur voix à ces balados écrits par l'autrice Emma Berthoud et l'humoriste Colin Boudria, 2 diplômés de l'École nationale de l'humour. Et comme la plupart des artistes en 2020, ces 2 amis de longue date ont dû se réinventer. Donc le mot, on l'entendait à toutes les sauces. Et Emma, qui écoute encore des contes pour enfants avant de se coucher, vous l'aurez appris ici, a eu cette idée de faire une espèce de bye-bye 2020 en format conte.
C'est bon.
Ben, c'est une excellente idée, mais évidemment, ce n'est pas pour les enfants. Le ton est irrévérencieux, mais tout est fait avec une grande intelligence. J'aime tout particulièrement qu'on fasse des liens entre des œuvres classiques et les sujets qui ont marqué l'actualité dans la dernière année. Donc, les CHSLD, le rêve des complotistes. Il y a notamment le grincheux qui devient le snowflake des fêtes. Donc, un chroniqueur de droite qui en a assez du politiquement correct, qui s'indigne qu'on dise joyeuses fêtes au lieu de joyeux Noël. Sinon, mon préféré, c'est vraiment le Noël de Félix Scrooge. Donc, un hommage à Ebenezer Scrooge, ce personnage qui méprise Noël dans Christmas Carol, un conte de Noël, classique écrit par Charles Dickens. Et cette fois, on nous plonge dans une ancienne époque, un temps révolu, à la fête de Noël 2017. Et là, c'est Philippe Scrooge, qui est le chef du Parti libéral. Je vous laisse deviner à qui il fait référence. Il se fait demander par son associé, je vous laisse deviner c'est qui. Si tu peux prendre congé à Noël, et Philippe de répondre, c'est pas en prenant des congés qu'on va imposer une austérité. Philippe Scrooge déteste Noël pour des raisons économiques. Et ce soir-là, comme c'est le cas dans l'histoire de Dickens, il reçoit la visite d'un fantôme qui lui montre notamment de quoi aura l'air Noël dans le futur. Donc, la table est mise pour faire des parallèles entre les coupes en santé de son gouvernement et ce que ça amène comme conséquence aujourd'hui, en 2020. Et Philippe finit par être hanté par des zombies atteints de la COVID-19. Je vous laisse écouter un extrait de cet épisode 1.
Le fantôme de Noël est disparu. Philippe resta seul dans son jacuzzi, au milieu de la rue silencieuse. Ça se pourrait-tu que vous mettiez au...
Morning. Not that long ago, the thinking was, once vaccines got into the system, then this would look at the reopening of the economy in the early stages of 2021. Might have to push back that time frame now. Markets are forward-looking indicators, and we're seeing a little bit of cash being taken out in the early trade this morning.
The fuck did you think we just open up for? This guy's so smart. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't got a trouble stupid. Trouble for what?
Oil dropped $2.
Oh, no free stock, too.
4.5% at $4.89. Now, out of the European Union this morning,
you have enough money to buy stocks. You don't need free tips. It's a tip for the day.
Medical facilities have given approval to the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID vaccine. That's
the vaccine.
European review panel. This now has to go to the
vaccine. Once the vaccine is available, we have
the talk is that
90 million
vaccine by Pfizer and BioNTech could be rolled out by the end of the year. So that is potentially a bright spot. Again, it'll take weeks though to get into full effect. So with that as your backdrop this morning, points for a drop coming up here at the bottom of the clock. The price for gold is down $1 at $18.88. The Canadian dollar down a half a cent, 77.72, and the exchange at $1.29. The business sector, I'm Mike Up.
Live your best life with the Plans Canada this Christmas season. Boxing Week is finally here. Over 100 items featuring incredible pricing in our latest flyer. Get a 24-inch Bloomberg washer dryer set, perfect for condo living for the low price of $1699.99 and save a tax. Plus, save a tax on 2 or more Samsung appliances and many other Visit PlansCanada.com. Happy holidays from Plans Canada. We thank you for letting us be a part of your home and your life. Wow.
Batman, 20 t-shirt on the back. Thank you.
Fuck, I'm trying to roll a joint, but these muffins are so damn good. They're just corn muffins, I guess, but I'm fucking hungry.
Keep it on the waist, Doc. Keep my gun on my waist. These streets ain't safe. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep my gun on my waist. These streets ain't safe. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Ooh. 2 guns up, I got 1. Let's get my heat quick. I'm ready, willing to dump with niggas I beat with. Niggas crying over a bill. Man, that's some fiend shit. It's 3 guns up whenever me and my G's lit. And feds kick the door for the handgun. Never had it down, but best believe I done grabbed one. Got sticky, I'm itching to catch your man slipping. There ain't no jams with my hands gripping. But yo, 32 shot like 11 inch in the squeeze now. Big nigga running blue girls to head to squeeze by. Stay with a half a little black on that right. Glasses with a button up shirt, on my jeans high. but now I'm back up. Pussy, you better back up. You try to run, you dumb, my gun. Just toss back up. You caught a max slug in the blood to fill up that cup. 6 silver slugs in that black slug when I messed up. It's like a death trap. Strap just made it get back. I told my young boy, go and get that. Nigga, wet that. I'm on my big dog, boss hog shit now. Ever since Doc had that sit down. Like I'm an animal, cannibal type to damage you. Yeah, you from the Rex, but couldn't walk in a tag with you. Learn to keep a vest on the Glock if the niggas ambush you. 30 shots stuffed in my clip on the British Avenue. When we slide through the cut, we hitting up the soldiers.
I do believe there was a black guy in one of the episodes.
Keep my gun on my waist. These streets ain't safe. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep my gun on my waist. These streets ain't safe. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. I said slugs in and out the premises like I'm trespassing. Shells jumping off the top and I'm still squeezing. Won't stop bringing tabs to these bitch niggas. And if I go, don't cry for me, ride for me. Bring the devils out and turn the city upside down for me.
Fucking sheriff,
I'm 6'3", you know I got the 9 on me. Stay ducking the D's and the ops wanna slide on me. Converted to 22, so 50. You don't want to smoke, you can catch your cancer quickly. Hide through niggas when I see them, sickly. Fuck you and your niggas. You ain't sickly. You ain't out of luck, I'm on it. Gas for the crib with the cast in and out, that's haunted. Hottest sound in the streets when I gun shit. I keep an extra one top. You know I'm never running out. Fuck hitting the gym, my gun got me working out, niggas. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep my gun on my waist. These streets ain't safe. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way.
Oh, run it. I only need one to make a fire pit. I don't even need that. But that's just me. Anyway.
Keep it on the waist, stop. Keep my gun on my waist. These streets ain't safe. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep my gun on my waist. These streets ain't safe. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. 2 guns up, I got 1. Let's get my heat quick. I'm ready, willing to dump with niggas I beat with. Niggas crying over the bill, and that's some big shit. Guns up whenever me and my G's lit.
Oh, I feel excellent, wonderful. There ain't about having this cold virus thing. I'm gonna say about being sick. You see me fucking passing out like it's nothing. Actually, that's what happens. I go there.
Stay with a half ounce of dope to get my knees high. Glasses with a button-up shirt and wore my jeans high. But now I'm back up, pussy, you better back up. You try to run, you dumb, my gun. Just toss back up. You got a max slug in my blood to fill up that cup. 6 silver slugs in that black slug when I messed up.
I quit smoking weed today. How's that going? My body's on his way over now with another ounce. Jesus.
I'm on my big dog box.
Worried about that.
Ever since me and King Doc had that sit down. Like I'm an animal, cannibal type to damage you. Yeah, you from the Rex, but couldn't walk in a tan with you. Learn to keep a vest on the Glock if the niggas ambush you. 30 shots stuffed in my clip on Breeze Avenue. When we slide through the cut, we hitting up the soldiers. King, then we cut. Something like keep bold, keep my gun on my waist. These streets ain't safe. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep my gun on my waist. These streets ain't safe. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and a shoot around the way. I said slugs in and out your premises like I'm trespassing. Shells jumping out the top and I'm still squeezing. Won't stop bringing tabs to these bitch niggas. And if I go, don't cry for me, ride for me. Bring the devils out and turn the city upside down for me. I'm 6'3", you know I got the 9 on me. Stay ducking the D's and the ops wanna slide on me. Converted to 22, so 50. You don't want to smoke, you can catch your cancer quickly. Hide through niggas when I see them, sticky. Fuck you and your niggas. You ain't fit for the grind, you ain't on it like I'm on it. Cast for the crib with the cast in and out, that's haunted. Hardest sound in the street when I come
didn't say take off. You know I'm never running out. Fuck hitting the gym, I got keep an extra clip with me and shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and shoot around the way. Keep my gun on my waist. These streets ain't safe. Keep an extra clip with me and shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and shoot around the way. Keep an extra clip with me and shoot around the way. Oh, I cannot handle dumb shit. If you got a problem, don't front, because I'm gonna come through and solve it like an equation. I give a fuck you like no Caucasians, babies have patience, Haitians, and a whole bunch of safe shit. I'm putting some safe crackers back, but I'm gonna fucking play this shit. That's some crackers. Taking everything that they see, you know they be like the damn. Ow! One more thing they tell us 1 o'clock, not a whole lot. This dude was so crazy, collision of some type, dump truck hitting a Honda Civic and a motorcycle. It's a kid, and the kid was flying and dancing in the mayor's front lawn. It's hit with fake blood from a real protester. You don't like wearing the mask? Wear a fake mask. No, you don't want to wear a mask, so you can't wear a mask. You know what they're mad about? These are the same people who the line, I'm sure, but 2 years ago, oh, we got to ban face coverings because of these Muslim types. I know it's a slur, but it's not Muslim. They're making this shit up as they go. And that's what they're saying. And then they think Sikhs are Muslims, and it's like, well, they're warriors. So we still hate them. Yeah, but they're not Muslims or Sikhs. They're idiots. It's like the difference between a ninja and a samurai and a sumo wrestler and a... Well, anyway, oh man. Yeah, okay, there's some combination between my stomach and my spleen here. Oh. Thanks, man. Well, you gotta keep doing this freeze frame shit. Just keep repeating shit. Batman. 20 t-shirt on the back. Hey. Why just Batman 2019? That movie made fuck that shit. Maybe we come back. Or Lil Donnie. Lil Rocket. Hey. YG back from the tracks and the crack shit. Scratch to the stack. Niggas don't love you. That's a fact. Get the Mac, no cheese. God bless me, no sneeze. Niggas see me and breeze. Shorty, no shit. He's got strapped to the slap. It's moving like a stack. Relax, just rack. Put him in a box. No jacks. Never need a pack. Hey. Niggas know me from north to the south. Never need no one. Make my own club. Southside, reach a card. Nigga, that's my road. Niggas selling drugs now. I'm in a drug. They all know I'm real. Stuck red talk shit. Catch land to the head. Off the shit's no meds. Never put no friends. Take me from the last. On the streets. Don't let me. Deep bar. I drink. I'll slow. No slut. I'll swamp me dead. Bitch, they I drip. Bitch, they me and see my strap. They let me. I know they said I'll be shit. My nose in the ditch. No pussy. I'm rich. They low. Don't switch. They solid. One bitch. The push of the wrist. I'm on some shit. Talk. Get hit. Big smoke. On me lit. Like keep my stick. I let it flick just like a dick. I'm in this. Don't slick. Don't sleep. Dick. She want my dick. She know I'm sick. I phoenix. Rip that crack. I nip. I hit his lip. I be talking shit. Fuck his click and fuck his gang. I'll hit the 3 just like I'm dang. She wanna kang that boy I bang. If he own my gang, then hollow stang. My shorty's pain. She loves when I sing. She feels the pain. I'm in the rain. Hit a stain if it means getting paid. And this my click, you getting laid. I'm in the trap. The cops that are made. I got that work. You know it's a grade. Like them jumbo eggs and onions. Man, you know you're rocking that wire and sheet. Sign me, man, you know you're rocking that wire strip on down plus. Hey. Hit it with a slug, go make it move slow. You know me, I'm all about my dough. Gotta make sure my boys don't blow. They love my beat, they rate my flow. My neck is cold, it's 0 below. Big wrist gon' shoot, you know I drove. I keep my heat, I ain't talking with a stove. I'm in a trap selling food, no fresh code. That nigga wants beef, my strap gon' blow. Every time I drop a truck, my glow gon' grow. Made sure he told me, don't love a hoe. I should've known that she was right. Because of that, we really tight. I'll bust my strap if she gon' fight. Hoodie on, alright at night. I'll show my might, never play. Hoodie was the demon, I'm saying I ain't missing, I ain't slipping, never tripping. Coke I'm whipping, check my waist, I'm really dripping. Packs I'm flipping, niggas talking, niggas snitching. Trigger finger really itching for flip. Niggas that want me dead, 9 on me, a 2 in the head. These niggas run to God like Ned. Check my flag, it's really red. Married to the game, not newlywed. Niggas watch my every move. Bitch. Oh, fucking hell. Hey. saw the diesel exhaust fluid truck. Said something chemicals, chemistry, preliminary chemistry. And the placards, the metal diamond shaped things. Tell you what's on the truck. We had 7 on one side, 7 on the back. They're all enclosed. What's on the truck? So the Batesville casket truck. So some one of the trucks, M16-0.
YG back to the trucks, the crack shit, talk to the stack. Niggas don't love you, that's a fact. The Mac, no cheese, God bless me, no sneeze. Niggas see me and freeze. 40 no shit, he's got strapped to the slap.
Oh, buddy's got the
black, just crack. Put him in a box, no jack. Roll 1 deep, never need a pack. Hey. Niggas know me from north to the south. Never need no one. Make my own club. Southside region park. Niggas my road. Niggas selling drugs, man. I'm in a drug. Stay on low. I don't go stuck red top. Shit catch that. The head off shit. No meds. Never fuck no red. Stay away from the feds. On the streets, no bed. Hey, deep water, I drink. I'm slow, no sled. Boss want me dead. This day I drip. Bitch gave me hit. See my strap, they bled. Hey, I know what they said. I don't be shit when I was in the ditch. Now pussy, I'm rich. They low, don't switch. They solid one bitch. See the flick of the wrist. I'm on some shit. Talk shit. Get hit. They fuck on me lit. I keep my stick, I let it flick just like a pick. I'm in this house like Old St. Nick. She want my dick, she know I'm sick. I ain't it, crip that crack, I nip. I hit his lip if he talking shit. Fuck his click and fuck his gang. I'll hit the 3 just like I'm dang. She wanna hang that pussy, I bang. If he own my gang, then hollows dang. My shorty's pain, she loves when I sing. She feels the pain, I'm in the rain. Hit a stain if the means getting paid. And this my click, you get hit late. I'm in the trap, the cops on it late. I got that work, you know it's A grade. Just back there, fire in DC. We'll find the paint that anyway, rock about all straight on the road. Hey. Hit it with a slug, go make it move slow. You know me, I'm all about my dough. Gotta make sure my boys gon' flow. They love my beat, they rate my flow. My neck is cold, it's 0 below. Big wrist gon' shoot, you know I drove. I keep my heat, I ain't talking about a stove. I'm in a trap, selling food, no fresh clothes. That nigga wants beef, my strap won't blow. Every time I drop a truck, my crow gon' grow. Made sure he told me, don't love a hoe. I should've known that she was right. Because of that, we really tight. I'll bust my strap if she gon' fight. Hoodie on, all right at night. I'll show my light, never flight. 40 with the demon, he inciting. I ain't missing, I ain't slipping, never tripping. Coke I'm whipping, check my waist, I'm really dripping. Packs I'm flipping, niggas talking, niggas snitching. Trigger finger really itch for flip. Niggas that want me dead. Now I ain't I'll be a 2 in the head. These niggas run to God like Ned. Check my flag, it's really red. Married to the game, not newlywed. Niggas watch my every move. They just wanna see me lose. These niggas lost like blues. My flow is sick, it's got the flu. Hey, I make red, just call me Dempster's inner mouth, just like a denture. I am icy, looking fresher. Fuck that bitch, I'll never miss her. She respect me, call me Mister. Since she left, I have been better. Really wish I never met her. Page these niggas like a letter.
You wanna know why they take up white and shit? I didn't think she dance. I know she got fake shit. Here, match. I got that, whatever color I got, match
YG back to the tracks and the crack shit, watch to the stack. Niggas don't love you, that's a fact. The Mac, no cheese, God bless me, no sneeze. Niggas see me and berries. 40 no shit, he's got strapped and slap it. Movie like staff, relax, just rack. Put him in a box, no jack, roll 1 deep, never need a pack. Hey, niggas know me from north to the south. Never need no one, make my own club. Southside region park, that's my road. Niggas selling drugs, man, I'm in a drought. They all know what I'm those stuck in red top shit, catch land. They have shit's no meds, never fuck no red. Stay away from the feds on the streets. Hey, deep water, I drag, I'm slow, no slap. Boss want me dead, this day I drip. Bitch gave me, see my trap, they bled. Hey, I know what they said, I don't be shit when I was in the ditch. Now pussy, I'm rich, they all them bitch, see the flick of the wrist. I'm awesome shit, talk shit, get hit, big funk on me lit. I keep my stick, I let it flick just like a dick.
My eyes are not closed in that picture, retard. No, they're not. Oh, yeah, it is for real gonna do it. Yeah, because I know you can see me, but then you can't. Okay. It's a problem, moron. It's a live stream. Hey, still good. Didn't press that button, did I? No, I reached like that and moved the camera 5 fucking times and now frozen it up. Okay, so fucking Donnie fucking slush up piece of fuck. Hey, fucking thing is down there. Please, I love this frame by frame. Let's see if we can trick them up. Saying things when it stopped and then not realizing I can see the fucking the whole time he's in front of us for freezing. It's been funny all day, you just couldn't see it. Jesus Christ, what is what I'm doing? I set the joint down 5 fucking minutes ago. I'm waiting for you to fucking stop. I'm not gonna run your experience. Usually, oh, he's gonna go into everyone
Niggas know me from north to the south. Never need no one. Make my own club. Southside, reach apart. Nigga, that's my road. Niggas selling drugs, man. I'm in a drought. They all know what I'm about. Stuck in red talk shit. Catch sled to the head. Off the shits. No meds. Get the fuck on the red. Stay away from the beds. On the streets. Deep water. I trick. No sled. I want me dead. This day I drip. Bitch gave me hits. See my strap. They sled. I know they said I don't be shit when I was in the ditch. Now pussy, I'm rich. They don't switch. They saw the one bitch. See the flip of the wrist. I'm on some shit. Talk shit. Yes, hit big funk on me lit. I keep my stick. I let it flick just like a dick. I'm in his house like Old St. Nick. She want my dick. She know I'm sick. I ain't a crip. That crack I nip. I hit his lip to be talking shit. Fuck his click and fuck his gang. I'll hit the 3 just like I'm dang. She wanna kang that booty I bang. If you owe my gang, them hollow stang. My shorty's pain. She loves when I sang. She feels the pain. I'm in the rain. Hit a stain if it means getting paid. And this my click. You getting laid. I'm in the trap. The cops that are raid. I got that work. You know it's A grade. She's back, man. You know you're rocking that wire end. You see, we'll find the paint, man. You know you're rocking that whole strip one down, cuz. Hey. You know what it's like, don't make it slow. You know me, I'm all about my dough. Gotta make sure my boys gon' glow. They love my beat, they rate my flow. My neck is cold, it's 0 below. Big wrist gon' shoot, you know I drove. I keep my heat, I ain't talking about a stove. I'm in a trap selling food, no fresh clothes. That nigga wants beef, my strap gon' blow. Every time I drop a truck, my clothes gon' grow. Made sure he told me, don't love a hoe. I should've known that she was right. Because of that, we really tight. I'll bust my strap if she gon' fight. Hoodie on, I'll ride at night. I'll show my light, never flight. 40 with the beam and he in sight. And I ain't missing, I ain't slipping, never tripping. Coke I'm whipping, check my waist, I'm really tripping. Packs I'm flipping, niggas talking, niggas snitching. Trigger finger really itching. Niggas that want me dead. 9, I'll be a 2 in the head. These niggas run to God like Ned. Check my flag, it's really red. Married to the game, not newlywed. Niggas watch my every move. They just wanna see me lose. These niggas lost like blues. My flow is sick, it's got the flu. Hey, I make red, just call me Dempster's inner mouth, just like a denture. I am icy, looking fresher. Fuck that bitch, I'll never miss her. She respect me, call me Mr. Since she left, I have been better. Really wish I never met her. Pays these niggas like a letter. Hey. Batman. 20 t-shirt on the back. Hey.
It's amazing.
I just Batman 2019. That movie, nigga, fuck that shit. They make a rap. Waterloo down. No rock. Hey. YG back in the tracks, my crack shit's bouncing the stack.
Let's sit down.
Keep them back, no cheese, God bless me, no sneeze. Niggas see me and freeze. 40 shots, he's got strapped, looks loud, it's moving like he's not gonna lack. Just rack, put him in a box, no jack, roll 1 deep, never need a pack. Hey. Niggas know me from north to the south. Never need no one. Make my own club. Southside, reach first. That's my road. Niggas throwing drugs, man. I'm in a drought. They all know what I'm about. Stuck in red talk shit. Catch sled to the head. Off the shits. No meds. Never fuck. Red stay away from the bed. On the streets. No bed. 8 deep water. I drink. I'll snow. No sled. Boss want me dead. This day I drip. Bitch gave me hits. See my strap. They fled. 8. I know they said I don't be shit when I was in the ditch. Now pussy, I'm rich. They low. Don't switch. They saw the one bitch. See the flick of the wrist. I'm awesome shit. Talk shit. Get hit. Big funk.
I keep my stick, I let it flick, just like a dick. I'm in his house like old Saint Nick. She want my dick, she know I'm sick. I ain't a crip, that crack I nip.
So when I was in the Toronto South Delta, Chelsea, watching CP24,
just like I'm dang, she wanna gang that boy. I bang me on my gang, them hoes dang my shorties hang. She loves when I sang, she feels the pain. I'm in the rain, hit a stage, and he's getting paid. And this might put you getting laid. I'm in the trust. I got that work, you know, take great.
You don't see it.
Man, you know you're rocking that wire.
Blah, 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 blah. COVID-29 vaccine. Did they call the vaccine COVID-29? Or is there a new COVID? Or are these idiots making a typo?
Gotta make sure my voice don't flow. They love my beat, they rate my flow. My neck is cold, it's
I know, ran all day, it wasn't on the next day.
I keep my heat, I ain't talking about a stove. I'm in a trap, selling food, no fresh code. That nigga wants me, my strap low. Every time I jump truck, my clothes grow. Made sure he told me, don't love a hoe. I should have known that she was right. Because of that, we really tight. I'll bust my strap if she won't fight. Hoodie on, I'll ride at night. I'll show my might, never flight. 40 with the beam in, he inciting. I ain't missing, I ain't slipping, never tripping. Coke I'm whipping, check my waist, I'm really dripping. Packs I'm flipping, niggas talking, niggas snitching. Trigger finger really itch for flip. Niggas that want me dead. Now I ain't on me a 2 in the head. These niggas run to God like Ned. Check my flag, it's really red. Married to the game, not newlywed. Niggas watch my every move. They just wanna see me lose. These niggas lost like blues. My flow is sick, it's got the blue. I make red, just call me Dempster's inner mouth, just like a denture. I am icy, looking pressure. Fuck that bitch, I'll never miss her. She respect me, call me Mr. Since she left, I have been better. Really wish I never met her. Page these niggas like a letter.
When the rich mans get sober with the killings, I give a fuck, just don't touch the chillings. And since you've been, I'ma double up the bounty, a couple shillings.
Revolutionaries. Yo, we being targeted, word up, man. We being hunted. All black men beware, but we will not be the prey. It's war out here.
See how quickly it skips over? Yeah, so does Big Bucks with, we know. Yeah, I know, 5, 8, 10 fucking minutes. Why doesn't he notice? But well, he's doing nothing because every time he opens his mouth to speak, yeah, so there's nothing to say. Oh, it's me. Yeah.
Everywhere I go, all I see is white vans, black trucks.
Long.
Every time I try to talk about it, the people don't give a fuck. Everywhere I go, all I see is white vans, black trucks. Every time I try to talk about it, people just tell me to shut up.
Welcome to Mi'kmaq Matters, a podcast about Mi'kmaq people, politics, land, and water. I'm Glenn Wheeler. Welcome to Mi'kmaq Matters, a podcast about the Mi'kmaq people.
Mi'kmaq.
Yo, I'm stuck high with a razor, Kevin Nash with a diesel, like all the lyrics cerebral. Headed to the ring, see my nigga walking like Dilo. Feet 5'4" like a giant, bigger than Big Show. All I really know is how to stunt. And who the tree truck the end of the month. Now I'm passion. Free time more the end of the blunt. They say they MCs, most of them just rhyme off one syllable. Listen to the beats and you wonder how were they killable. I'm so down to earth, we were living the minerals. When there's a maximum sentence, niggas ain't getting minimum. Criminal records getting numbers, we couldn't visit them. Trying to have faith, but more was looking like Little Kim. In that mind situation, they complaining no middleman. Take it to the source, like Casino and Eminem. Tricking new niggas prepared them, so they defending them. I hate these dick riders, us are Swiss-siders. Try to keep this fire contained like big ladders. My nigga in and out of Miami, that's Swiss Priors. What the fuck's why I've been rapping for Rough Riders? I need my credit now, 50 bands from fire. I watched my lawyer in court, said you're hired. I heard the Gummy Demon tape, I was inspired. What up, love? She won the airless like Giallo. Through the city where the dark clouds follow. Jets to Vegas, my girl stretching naked. This world crazy to survive, you need mental patience. Some never make it. Cause weather changes, control climates when the cold flow demonstrated. Ride no waves, choose to stay true. Salute the DJ when my music's played. Shallow graves, weak crews get laid. Watch dudes get paid. Smoke a blunt when my suit gets made. Top dollar when you pay the best. I be sinning more, praying less. Blindfolded while I'm playing chess, placing bets. Prepared when I take the test. I'm the reason you get laid to rest. Yo, I cook so much that I can feed the masses. Write the gospel, speak the passage, see the madness. Sam Rothstein flicking out casino ashes. I coach the squad like Cito Gas.
Isn't it the one selling booster juice?
Welcome to the KPT show.
Communication screw-up said.
War party. That for your neighborhood, everything back. I wrote all this. I made all this.
I'll show you one time, force you to learn. I'ma show you one time, force you to learn. Then it's over for you clowns and you forfeit your turn. Torture and burn, kill with no remorse or concern. I put your ashes on a mantle and force it and earn. Court is adjourned, like bids handed out, no speaking. You better watch your step, cuz no sleeping. Put your goons in a hot whip, slow creeping. Hopping out, masked up, the flow deepens. Season cast the blasted for no reason. They ride for the cause, last of the Mohicans. Last of a dying breed, you don't wanna die and bleed. You will perish violently if you see the iron squeeze. Time to leave, shit is gonna get mucky. No miracles, you ain't gonna get lucky. It isn't gonna play like that. You gon' stiff and you gon' stay like that. Laid right flat, you gone. Wow, it's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive. Strong survive, you gone. Wow, it's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive. Strong survive.
Waiting for the rush, keep the 40 tough. Talking about we let the 40 ball niggas story up. Corner hot, phone tap, follow home. Police watching, 10 drop pimps, hocking hoes that be street walking. A deep option is to get the beat popping. A peace offering when you say rest in peace often. Sleep coffin 6 feet, death is a must. Arrested and cuffed, prison ride next is a bus. The road cold, but the paper keep us warm in the night. With North Faces, bottle A's, but we pouring the light. Tunnel vision, eyes lock, all I see is a dollar. Piece of shit in the mirror, all I see is my father, fuck him. The game got us all twisted in a hurricane. Lost my mind when the crime came and the murders came. To all my niggas getting bread on the grind. There's no bail when you're locked doing federal time.
It's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive. Strong survive, you gone. It's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive. Strong survive. Any motherfucker to come harder than me and Graham.
Loose the blam, empty the clip until I see a land.
All out, empty the strip. People fleeing rain.
I need a plan, triple beam scale and a key of grams.
Illegal jams, no out. hybrid. Twin hammers look like the Siamese. I got that beam from the Japanese. My French girl wavy, you remind me of mac and cheese. It is what it has to be. I'm killing out who's after me. The have to see the rich and I swear it wasn't financially. Like who the friendly boy? They flying like it's a trampoline. These bitches couldn't marry a guy. It was a Magdalene. She's just a little bro. Tylenol. It's these instrumentals. We got the dragon It's rough with bare class riches. We track them on. And never put the game in flavor, but they were dragging on. The Megatron, landing in Lebanon. He was slapping it back and forth like a catapult. Used to live on French Street, right in the Esplanade. Bitches try to shop and make us film it like espionage. You know that's why they set point. Like, why you niggas say protect your network? Check with it. Shit to be with, like connect on the cylinder, all the spin. I connect the door, right into your door when I get it out the chest to draw rappers. When you go on towards our music, maybe when we go on twice, I'll shoot it. Like other shots got kicked, I gotta shoot it.
Finally see its first round of the COVID-19 vaccine. Add Canada to the growing list of countries to temporarily ban travelers from the UK in an effort to prevent